Please download quickly. If not, we don't have physical handouts. So it's better you look at the screen or you download the papers in your mobile if you have written an exam. Yeah. Let us get started with the first section here. Question number 4. Synonym of the word commission. Commission is both verb and noun. In this case, it is used as verb. Departments were commissioned to examine issues. Okay, government departments, they were commissioned to examine the issues. Commission, we know commissions, right? Government commissions. In that case, that is noun. Here it is verb form. Departments were commissioned. Now tell me what do you mean by that? Commission means simple meaning of deployed. Deployed we use for the army. Commission we use for the officials. Right? Look at the options given. Assign duty, agency, authority, office. What we can use here? Commission is nothing but to assigning the duties, deployment of the soldiers. Answer comes with 1. Move to 5. Augmentation. Augment is to increase. Opposite is needed. Discourage, lessen, condense, contract. All of them give the antonym sense only, but we need to get exact suitable word for the word augment. Then only we can get the answer. Discourage, negative. Lessen, negative. Condensed, condense in the sense anything that becomes all small. Contraction also small. Anything that becomes small. Kunchinchukupovam antaru. Danne contraction ani kuda antaru. Everything is negative case. But opposite of increase, what we can use here? That comes with a lesson. Move to 6. Hassle free. We have to use this phrase here, or that is an adjective combination in the sentences. As we can see, it is used in the 4 sentences. Hassle free, hassle. Another one, where is the other one? Another one is hassle free. Now tell me where this phrase hassle free is used in the sentences. What do you mean by hassle free, first of all? What do you mean by hassle free? Hassle free. Hassle free in the sense not having too much of stress, not too much difficult. Okay, free of difficulty. Hassle means difficulties, anything that is worry or difficulty. Free of hassle in the sense anything that is not worried, not great, anything that is very simple. Traveling by coach is the hassle-free way of discovering cities from Vienna to Vancouver, Moscow to Rome. Traveling by coach. What do you mean by coach? Railways. This is train. In Indian language we call them as trains, but in the Western countries we can call them as coaches. We also call the coaches, but they are bogies. Bogies we call them as coach, right? But here coach is nothing but train. Traveling by train is a hassle-free way of discovering. That means very easily they can visit all these cities if they travel by coach. Is it meaningful? Yes. Next, move to B. Lahari Resort provides a hassle-free vacation at an all-inclusive prices. There are all-inclusive prices. With this inclusive prices, Lahari Resort provides hassle-free vacation. That means which less amount they are providing more number of things that they can use here. Customers can use here. So can we use it or not? Hassle-free vacation in the sense free vacation without any difficulty. They are providing everything there. Looks good. Okay. Move to C. My boss has been giving me a lot of hassle this week. Lot of hassle. What do we need here? Hassle-free. But what is given here? Hassle. If you use hassle, this becomes as the meaning of he is giving so much difficulty. He is giving a lot of work. So this comes as opposite. Eliminate that. It was such a hassle-free trying to get my bank account changed that I nearly got excited. It was such a hassle-free. See, we are telling to us, speaking about a situation where bank account is changed, and I nearly got excited. So it was such a hassle-free. That means this fellow is free of all the tensions. Now she is very free. She is excited. That is a meaning. But can we use the hassle-free for the use of changing of bank account? It is not about having any stress, having any difficulty. So only here we are, if we look at this is about traveling, this is also about traveling and vacation. These two are more relevant, not C and D. We can go for A and B case. Move to 7, harness. Use this word harness in the given sentences. What do you mean by harness? Harness is make use of, utilize. Harnessed, harnessing, harnessing. What is the other one? Harnessed. Tell me whether they are used properly in the sentence or not. Humans first harnessed the power of electricity over 200 years ago. If you use that, one meaning that we can get here is humans first made use of power of electricity. That is one meaning. Another sense also we can use that humans first discovered the power of electricity before 200 years ago. We can go for the two meanings here. Let us find out which one is more suitable later. Look at B. We aim to do better at harnessing the skills and talents of our workforce. That means we try to make use of the skills of the workforce. Workforce in the sense employees. We try to make use of the skills of those employees. B is absolutely fine. Look at C. Technologies inventors suggest harnessing solar power from roads. That means making use of power which can be produced from roads will be more publicly acceptable way of producing green energy. Can we use it or not? Yes. Next, move to D. On Sunday, the horses were harnessed to heavy wagon for a day-long ride over the border. On Sunday, the horses were harnessed to heavy wagon. That means they were utilized. Horses don't get utilized. Eliminate that meaning. We have to go for only A, B, C. Can we go for A? If we have any three combinations, we can go for that. We don't have any A, B, C. So we can go for only AB or BC. Which one is more suitable in this ABC? BC are absolutely okay. If you look at A, first harnessed, can we say it is first discovered? They first discovered the power of electricity over 200 years ago. So with that meaning, we can eliminate A, go for both B as well as C. Move to 8. Choose the word which can fill in the blank. Since Delhi has been experiencing dash growth in population in the last few decades, what type of growth? Of course, we need adjective. Look at the options given. Uncommon growth, unique growth, phenomenal growth, usual growth. Tell me your answer. In the last few decades, there is a lot of growth. We are speaking about the pollution here, right? So what population increase. So what we can use here? Uncommon growth, unique growth, phenomenal growth, usual growth. We have to speak about the more number of people who are being traveled in the city day by day. So what we can use here out of these four? We can go with the phenomenal. Phenomenal speaks about the more number of people. Next, move to phrase replacement. The resignations are quite unanticipating and reduce the party's majority in the house abruptly. Resignations, plural case. Can you eliminate any of the options based on that? Is out. Okay. Are quite unanticipated. Okay. Had quite anticipating. Had is not followed by ing. Are quietly unanticipating. Are is not followed by quietly. It is only quite anticipated. So your answer must be 2 or no replacement required. Can you tell me the difference between these two? Are quite anticipating or quite unanticipated? Difference is ing and ed. This is V4 and this is V3. Tell me your answer. What can be your answer? What is the difference between R plus V4 and R plus V3? R plus V4 is active voice. R plus V3 is passive voice. Tell me what do you need there? The resignations are doing the action or the action is done to the resignations? Can the resignations do any action? Somebody resigns, right? So action is done. Action is done in the sense we need to go through passive voice. Next, move to 10. This scheme is expected to promoting. Expected to is followed by V1. Can we eliminate any of the options here? Is expecting, active voice cannot be used. Was expecting, again active voice cannot be used. Is expected to promoted, is expected to promote. What can be your answer? Is expected to V1 is plus V3, passive voice is also suitable. Answer can be used with 4. Move to 11. They should have been the more willing recipients. They should have been. Should is followed by have form, that is okay. After should, after modal verbs we cannot use had or has. Only have form is used after should. So your answer must be these three. Should have be not possible. Should have been okay, or should have this one. The answer must be 4 or no replacement required. What is the difference here? The more, the most. The is used with more or most. Most. Answer comes with the 4. Move to 12. Private sector can bring not only capital but also introduce global best practices and quality manpower and modernize enterprises. Yeah. Tell me the answer. Not only, first of all, you should focus on this, but also. But also is used with the V1. Do you know this rule? This is in correlative conjunctions. Correlative, this we can call it as a positional rule. Positional rule in the sense, correlative conjunctions must be placed before the same alternatives. Same alternatives. Here, not only alternative is, but also. Connection is, but also. The only highlighted phrase is not only. That means not only must be wrong, not but also. But also is used with what here? A V1. So not only also must be used with a V1. So what can be your answer? How can you use this sentence here? It can not only bring capital but also introduce global best practices. So when you use not only here but also here, not only is followed by V1 or not. In the same way, but also is followed by V1. Can not only bring capital, not only capital, but also introduce global practices. So what can be your answer? Can you tell me that? Answer comes with the first one. Not only bring capita is given here. Can we go with capita or capital? Capita used is for the financial cases. Capita not only not possible. Not only capita, no. Bring capita not only, no, not possible. Only you can go with one. Change that into capital if possible. Move to 13. The most seasoned chief ministers who were withered many storms look flummoxed in the face of this blow. This blow, what do you mean a blow? Let us keep it as a problem. There is a new problem. There is a new problem in the government. The most seasoned chief ministers. We are speaking about the chief ministers, seasoned chief ministers. What do you mean by that? Season has many meanings. Season. One season is we speak about the weathers. Okay, winter season, summer season. Another season we speak about seasoning the food. You know, seasoning the food, garnishing the food antam kada, that is seasoning the food. Another seasoned comes with experienced. Now the most experienced chief ministers who were withered many storms. Storms in the sense, technically we speak of the rain and storms. Storms in the sense here in this context, storms are problems. They experienced, withered means faced. They faced many problems. Look flummoxed. Flummoxed means confused, bewildered, shocked. Shocked in the face of this blow. There are some, we are speaking about the experienced chief minister who faced many things in their life, entire life. But this time they look very confused. There is a new problem, blow in the sense a new problem. Now looking at this problem, they are very much confused. Now, the sentence that is given here is who were withered. Can we eliminate some of the options here based on chief ministers? See, chief ministers is plural. So can we eliminate was here? Yes. Anywhere? Whom were withered? Can we go for whom? Not possible. Who have withered? Have plus V3. Okay. Whose was? Not possible. Your answer must be 2 or no replacement required. Now who were withered or who have withered? Who have faced or who were faced? Who have faced. They have already faced many problems. They handled many situations, but this situation is somewhat confusing for them, new for them. So you can go with the second one. Next, go with column 1, column 2. Hope you have all done these answers correctly. Yeah. Look at the first one. In 2020, Maldives was a country on Country on and not possible. Country on planet, country unknown. Can we use for any of the combinations? Only AE is given. Can we go for country on planet and retained by Earth's gravity? No. This is a country. We cannot speak about the gravity. This is not a planet, right? So we cannot use AE, eliminate AE cases. Go for B. The Earth's atmosphere is a layer of gases surrounding our is followed by noun, surrounding our planet and retained by Earth's gravity. Can we use that combination? Yes. So pair comes with a BE. How many BEs we have? Only 3. Check for CF. Copper is one of the oldest known metals in human history. Clear? So answer is absolutely third one. Move to 15. Mosquito is a common term for any member of described noun. Of is followed by noun. Any member of and not possible. Any member of the insect family. Can we use that combination? AF. Do you have any pairs? Yes. Let us finalize with BD. Food chains along with food webs and food networks describe the feeding relationships between species in biotic community. Food chains along with all this, they describe the feeding relationships between the species. You know food chain, right? The circle like this. We see the arrows. One animal depends on another animal. This is food chain. This is called a food chain. This food chain along with all these webs of networks, it describes the feeding relationship between species. That means how one species depends on another species. So we can absolutely go with the fourth case. Move to 16. Coal is a black or brownish black sedimentary rock composed primarily of carbon. Continuation. Check for A options. AF, AE. Primary of carbon. Highs and turbulent anti-democratic laws. No. Along with other assorted substances including sulfur. Yes. With the combination of copper and sulfur. Okay. Coal is black or brownish black sedimentary rock composed primarily of carbon along with other assorted substances including sulfur also. So we can go with the pair of AF. Where is AF in these two? Second one, check for BD. A feather is an epidermal growth containing curtain that is part of the distinctive outer covering or plumage on birds. We are speaking about the feather of the birds which covers distinct outlining layer of the birds. So pair also comes with the BD. So we can go for the second one. Move to 17. Pisgah National Forest is a national forest in parts of Massachusetts in revolution that occurred in Appalachian Mountains of western North Carolina. Do you have any AF pair? Only AE and AD. AE, however, it is not possible. Can we connect with AD? Pisgah National Forest is a national forest in parts of Massachusetts and Northwest Connecticut. Okay, let us check for B. The Berkshires are the highland geologic region located in the western parts of Massachusetts. Which is more clear, AD or BD? BD is somewhat fine. So check for BD. We have 3, we have 2, and also we have 4. But AE is not possible. Keep that away. So fourth one is out. Check for CE. The American Revolution was an ideological and political revolution. Political is adjective followed by noun. Political revolution that occurred in British America between 1765-1791. Clear? C is also fine. We can use second. Move to 18. The Antarctic is a polar region around Earth's apostrophe is followed by noun. Earth's with growing, no. Earth's is scientific, non possible. Earth's south pole, which is clear. AF. Do you have any AF? Third one, anywhere else? No. Check for BE. Oceanography. Oceanography is also known as oceanology. Continuation. Also known as oceanology is scientific study of the oceans. So pair absolutely comes with a 3. Move to 19. Find out the error. Correlative conjunction. No sooner. No sooner is followed by THEN or THAN? THAN. Remember, when you come across this again, just like we had seen one sentence, not only the same part here, not only is also correlative conjunction, this is also correlative conjunction. No sooner is followed by THAN, not THAN, one rule. Another thing is, whenever you use no sooner, remember you should go with the law of inversion. Law of inversion in the sense, helping verb plus a subject. The sentence could be even given this way. Instead of then, they would give already than, THAN than, and they might change do you into you do. What is the difference? You do is subject plus helping verb. Do you is helping verb plus subject. Now remember, whenever you come across no sooner, you have to go with the law of inversion. Law of inversion is nothing but helping verb plus subject. Why do we call it as law of inversion? Helping verb, subject. Can we call it law of inversion? Can we call it law of inversion? See, here we are speaking about helping verb and subject, right? Here also we have helping verb and subject. Can we call it law of inversion? The second one, the corner one. Why? If yes, why? If no, why? What type of structure is this? Where do we use that sentence, corner? That is a question. That is a question. Is it correct? That is a question. Question basically starts with a helping verb or WH word. This is a question. In the question, we use helping verb plus subject to form a question. But remember, when we use no sooner, we still use helping verb plus subject. But remember, it is not a question. It is not a question. So that is the reason we call it as law of inversion. Inversion is nothing but a reversing subject and a helping verb. But still it is not a question, it is a normal sentence. Clear? So only error comes with the no sooner, THAN. Next, move to 20. I wish. Where do you find this? I wish. If clauses. Do you remember rule number 2 of if clauses? When do you use rule number 2 of if clauses? How many if clauses do we have? 8. 3. How many if clauses do we have? 4. What are they? Names. I don't want structures. Possible, probable, impossible, improbable, unfulfilled, 0. Do you remember? Of course we don't. Now in that case, when you use I wish, this falls under imaginary category. That is rule number 2. Imaginary category, rule number 2. I wish I were the president. Do you remember these sentences? I wish I had wings. Do you remember that or not? Yes, somewhere you get connected. That is rule number 2. That is imaginary cases. Remember, in the imaginary cases, I wish people will just be themselves. Now in between you can see one helping verb here, that is will, modal verb. In rule number 2, we don't use will, we use would, should, might, or we also use could. These are the helping verbs we use in imaginary cases of if clauses. And in the first clause, possible or probable conditions, we use will, shall, may, and can. These are related to rule number 1. These are related to rule number 2. Now whenever you come across I wish, immediately remember rule number 2 only, not rule number 1. If at all it was rule number 1, then we can go with will. So it is not will, it must be only would. That is rule number 2. Next, move to 21. Having seen the movie, she had decided it isn't suitable for her children. Having seen the movie, tell me the tense. Action is done or going on or will happen. Having written the exam, action is completed or still to happen? Action is completed. We are speaking about action which is already completed. First keep that in your mind. Having seen the movie, they have already completed seeing the movie. Having seen the movie, she had decided, had plus V3, past case, had can be used. She had decided it isn't. Tell me your answer. What we can use here? It wasn't, because we are referring to a past case. Move to 22. The rumors were eagerly seized upon by the local press in Australia. The rumors plural were eagerly. Rumors were can be used. Eagerly is nothing but adverb. Were is followed by V3 or V4. V3 is suitable because this is a passive voice. By the local press, passive voice structure. So it is only seized, not cease. Move to 23. Today, I picked up a few things at the stores and then I pick up my child at school. I'm speaking about the events that I completed today, work that I completed today. So today, I picked up a few things. Picked up is nothing but here, V2 case. I'm referring to past. Few things at the store and then later I pick up. Pick up comes with a V1. Can we combine the V1 and V2? Not possible. So what do you need to do here? Change it into picked up. Move to 24. Sentence starters. I don't think these first two sentences are properly given, but let us try. Have you tried them or not? Or just saw and left them? You have tried them? Okay. If you have tried, good. You don't like junk food at all. This is a sentence given. You don't like junk food at all. No one likes. If at all the sentence is starting with a nobody likes junk food at all, then we can start the sentence with a no one likes. A cannot be used, eliminate all the A options. Junk food is not liked by you at all. Can we say that? Yes, junk food is not liked by you at all. You don't like junk food. Junk food is not liked by you at all. This comes as the active voice. If at all we are using this comes as passive voice. Is junk food not? If at all you are starting a sentence with is plus subject. Just before I told you, helping verb plus subject. What is it? It is a question. Now can we use a question here? Is a question given in the above sentence? Not possible. Eliminate C. So what can be your answer? Basically we have to go for none. But we can use the answer B as your answer. Only B is possible, but we don't have that option. Go for none. Move to 25. Please blow out the candle. Blow out in the sense? Blow out in the sense? Blow out is to start or stop? Stop. Okay. Let the candle. Please do not. Candle should be. Can you eliminate one option? Can we eliminate do not option? If you say do not, then it is opposite of blow out. Do not blow out, blow out. Right? Eliminate B. Eliminate B options. Your answer must be A or C or none. Now, let the candle be blown out. Yes, looks good. Candle should be blown out. Now, out of these two, which one can be used? Actually, if at all you are starting the sentence with please, then the sentence must be you are requested to blow out the candle. We don't have that type of passive voice statement. We only have let the candle, another one is candle should be. So technically, we need to get the same meaning. That's it. We are not speaking about the grammar. We have to get the same meaning, conveys the same meaning. That's it. So one sentence is let the candle be blown out. Another one is candle should be blown out. So we can go for C or we can also go for A. Grammatically, do not is not possible. Eliminate B. Move to 26. Some boys were helping the wounded man. They were helping. Verb plus V4, active voice. If you change that into passive voice, we can get the answer. Boys help. The wounded man was. Wounded man helped. Is this man helping or the boys helping? Boys helping. If you use C again, that comes as active voice. The wounded man was helped by some boys. Is it clear? Passive voice comes with B. Boys help. That comes as the present case. We cannot use. So answer comes only with the B. Move to 27. Increased cooperation is not necessarily indicative of integration. Increased cooperation is significant as a response to globalization. We are speaking in the two sentences, we are speaking about both increased cooperation. One sentence, increased cooperation is not significantly indicative of something. Another sentence is cooperation is significant as a response to something. So here it is not, here it is. That means we are trying to combine two opposite statements. Look at this. While is used to combine positive negatives. Look at the first one. While increased cooperation is not necessarily indicative of integration, it is significant as a response to globalization. Okay, eliminate just increased cooperation, keep it just as it. First sentence is absolutely okay. We can go for A or either A or B. Increased cooperation being not necessarily. We cannot directly use being in this way. We need some helping verb combination. As a response to globalization, if at all you use as in the beginning, what does it mean? What does a sentence mean if at all it is beginning with as? As shows what? It shows a reason. We are not showing any reason. We are only speaking about two different phases of increased cooperation. That's it. So eliminate C. Answer only comes with A. Move to 28. Indian democracy was preceded by a relatively modern state. Indian democracy was hindered by the very same state. What do you mean by this? See, it was preceded by the relatively modern state, positive. It was hindered by the very same state. That means whatever the movement that has given to the formation of the modern state, the same thing also hindered the very same state. Now we are referring to again two opposite cases. Look at the first one. Though although give the almost same meaning. Look at the continuation. Indian democracy was preceded. Indian democracy was preceded. If at all your answer is A, you have to go for option B also. Though Indian democracy was preceded by a relatively modern state, it was hindered by the very same state. If at all you are using A, even B is also correct. Look at this nevertheless. Nevertheless comes with the meaning of however. Can you use that in the beginning? It is not sentence starter, it is only paragraph starters. Remember, these are nothing but conjunctional adverbs. Conjunctional adverbs can only be used in the beginning of the paragraphs, not beginning of the sentences. Eliminate C, pair comes only with the AB. Move to 29. Word usage. Sophisticated. Tell me your answer. What is the parts of speech of sophisticated? Adjective. Don't tell it is verb since it is ending with ed. No, it is still adjective. Clear? Now, sophisticated, culturally, eclectic, exceptionally, even sophisticated, opposite of the sophisticated, cultured, world weary. Whenever you come across word usage, remember 2 points. One, first you have to scan it with the parts of speech. Second, you scan it with the meaning. Now, if you look at the word sophisticated in all these 3 cases, how many of the 3 cases are sensible with the parts of speech? That said, this is very French affair. This French affair is sophisticated, culturally eclectic, and exceptionally high-tech. We are speaking about the 3 adjectives. One is exceptionally high-tech, another one is eclectic, another one is sophisticated. What is sophisticated? This French affair is sophisticated. These are all the modifiers of French affair. So it is absolutely used as the adjective. This is also meaningful. Look at the second one. Even sophisticated. What sophisticated? This sophisticated must be used with some noun. Even sophisticated, they weren't the most culture or most refined compared to, say, the Maya. The Aztecs were highly expressive. If at all use sophisticated they, is that meaningful? Can we add any adjective to the pronoun they? Is it possible? Not possible. Eliminate that. He is opposite of the sophisticated, cultured, world-weary, foreign correspondent. Remember, we are using series of adjectives. This is all noun phrase. This is all about one noun. What is a noun here? Correspondent is a noun. Sophisticated one adjective, cultured second, world-weary, foreign is a third. We are using these 3 adjectives to modify only one noun, that is correspondent. Now, sophisticated culture. Sophisticated is nothing but modern, advanced. So even is a person who is very advanced or cultured person. So both 1 as well as 3, these 3 are meaningful. Do you have any pairs? Fifth one, move to 30. Pale. What is the parts of speech of pale? Pale is adjective and also verb. What is the meaning of the word pale? Pale, light, fade away, wither, colorless, becomes dim. Now his face paled, here we are using V2, that is okay. Rachel actually pale, Rachel is she, pale is used as V1. She pale, again here it is she, and pale is nothing but V1. How many of the sentences are proper in its usage grammatically? How many are proper? He, she, and it, they are used with the V5, not V1. Eliminate 2, eliminate 3. Now here it is only used as V2 case. Let us check with this or none. None option is not there. His face paled and his eyes went inside. See, we are speaking about the series of past events here. How he was looked after some incident. So we can only go with the first case. Grammatically pale, here pale is not possible because we cannot connect them to the subjects given. Move to 31. Prospect. What do you mean by prospect? What is the parts of speech of prospect? Aspect, prospect. What is that? This is the new aspect. New aspect ante noun. Prospect is nothing but noun. What do you mean by prospect? The prospect of the land, is that okay? Is that noun or not? After the what we do, what do we use? Noun. The employment prospects, again this is also noun case. The company is prospect the of making, is that meaningful? Not at all. Eliminate 3 option. Now your answer must be only 1 or 2 or 1 and 2. Tell me your answer. Maybe the prospect of the landscape turning into a tourist facility will force a political change in the end. Prospect in the sense anything that is potential, possibility. So maybe the possibility of the landscape turning into tourist facility will force a political change. So if we can change this landscape into a tourist facility, it will become some political change. First one is okay. Look at the next one. It painted a rather gloomy view of the employment prospects of current final year students. It painted a rather gloomy view. What do you mean gloomy view? Gloomy view ante enti? Gloomy ante telusu kada. What do you mean by gloomy? Which is not clear to see. Gloomy view in the sense which is obscure, not very clear. Now it painted a rather gloomy view of the employment prospects of the current final year students. Tell me the meaning of this sentence. If anybody can tell me the meaning of this sentence, then you can get the job. It painted a rather gloomy view of the employment prospects of the current final year students. We are speaking about the students who are in the final year. First have that sense. They have some, let us imagine they have some campus drives. That means that is, we are speaking about the employment possibility. But some bad thing happened, and later because of that incident the result has come as a gloomy view. That means these students lost the hope of getting an employment, getting a job. So that is the meaning. It painted a rather gloomy view of the employment prospects. That means these students lost the hope of employment of the current final years. So even you can go with the second sentence. So it is all the matter of how you understand the context, how you see a sentence. Your point of view is very important. If you can understand this second sentence, then that means you are good at reading. If you cannot understand this second sentence, you have to improve your reading skill. We are speaking about SO. You are going to write SO. Remember SO, it is more than PO. Do you know what is the salary of SO? You don't know? You don't know? Are you simply preparing for namesake? When you're applying for something, you should know all ins and outs of that. What is the salary of SO? Approximate that you know. 60. According to my perspective, it is more than 60 with all inclusives. Right? Yes or no? And remember, this is one of the hardest process that we have. Do you have mains in this? Yes. Now, if you can crack prelims only, you can go to mains. That means the chances of getting this job are very less. How many number of posts are there? Huh? 500. 500. Is it a state vacant? Is it a state notification or central notification? Central 500. I'm saying again, central 500. Remember the chances. So you should be good at reading. If you want to score well in English, say English is the easiest place where you can score good marks. Whether you believe it or not, this is what you are going to realize at the end of the day. You will realize this after losing 2-3 mains. You will realize this. English is the place where you can score good marks. You can increase your marks. That only happens when you have good reading skill, good understanding skill, contextual skills. So I don't know how many of you are good at context, understanding the context. That's why I asked you to read this sentence. Okay, whatever. Third one we can eliminate there, not meaningful. Both 1 and 2 are sensible. We can go for 4. Move to 32. Preferential. What is the parts of speech of preferential? Parts of speech. Adjective. Felt preferential for you. Advocated preferential. Providing preferential duties. Providing preferential. How many sentences are not sensible in its context with the parts of speech? You came rushing into drawing room so that everyone felt preferential for you. Everyone felt. See here, preferential is used with a verb. Can we use adjective with a verb? Not possible. Eliminate 1. He saw the true field of commercial expansion with the empire and therefore advocated preferential duties. Duties is noun, preferential is used as adjective. Next, services scheme has fund providing preferential. Continuation is needed or not? We need continuation of noun. So we can also not use 3. Eliminate 1 and 3. Your answer is only 2. Move to 33. Discriminatory. What do you mean discriminatory? Discrimination, discriminatory. Discrimination is noun, discriminatory is adjective. Discriminatory regulations. Regulation is noun, discriminatory, okay. It was discriminatory enough, was plus adjective possible. By a discriminatory story, even here also it is used with the noun cases. Once let us check 3. Everything Miss Swillian taught me, she illustrated by a discriminatory story or poem. See, we are speaking about the quality of a poem. Poems do not have any discrimination. Eliminate that. The quality cannot be given. 3 is out. Your answer is only 1, 2 or 1 and 2. Discriminatory regulations often penalize resource saving over resource wasting. That means if you focus on discriminatory regulations, that means biased ane meaning vastundi. Discrimination ante telusu kada? Unfair, unjust, biased nature. If you have any biased mind, biased qualities or biased thoughts, it often penalizes resource saving over resource wasting. That is the meaning. That means if you are biased in some cases, then you can save the money instead of spending more. That is the meaning given. Next, it was discriminatory enough that Johnny was threatening some kind of penalty. He was threatening some kind of penalty, then it is called as discriminatory enough. It is biased enough. We are already referring to some negative case, but we don't know how it is contextual. However, we don't have both 1 and 2. Now, which one is more suitable in this 1 and 2? 1 or 2 is your answer. What can we use here? Only first one is meaningful. Move to 34. Fill in the blanks. Just read and fill in the blanks. This has been my life. I have found it worth living and would dash live it again if the chance were offered me. Why are we using this sentence? Not from there. We actually have to underline from here. If the chance were offered. This is again the rule of if clause, rule number 2, the just rule which I told you before. In imaginary cases, whatever the subject it is, irrespective of singular, plural, first person, second person, I, we, you, they, he, she, it, all the subjects are followed by only were in the imaginary case. That is the rule. Now, and would is followed by V1, already V1 is given. So, would is here helping verb and main verb is already given. In between what we can use? Only adverb. Unwilling, sad, unhappy, gladly, involuntarily. How many adverbs do you have? Gladly, involuntarily. So, what is your answer? I would gladly leave it again. I would involuntarily leave it again. I would happily leave my life again. Next, move to 35. The painting was dash owned privately. Was helping verb, owned main verb. What do you need in between? Adverb. Back, current, subsequently, formerly, future. How many adverbs do we have? Subsequently, formerly. Subsequent in the sense next, substitute of something, next of something. Formerly in the sense before, in the old time, in the past time. Now this painting was dash owned privately, but now it belongs to the nation. Now it is open to the nation. At the past time it was private. So that is the meaning. So what we can use here? Formally. Move to 36. Discrimination against girls is dash. Is controlled, is restrained, is rampant, is wooden, is brittle. Wooden speaks about wood, not possible. Brittle in the sense anything that that shakes or weavers, which is not stable. Then brittled and not suitable. And due to the fear of abuse and exploitation, they are kept at home and not sent to school. Now, when the students, when are the girls kept at home, not sent to school? When there is no discrimination or when there is discrimination? When there is discrimination, right? So we are referring to one negative case here. Now, controlled, rampant, restrained. Out of these three, controlled and rampant are nothing but positive cases. Discrimination is controlled, discrimination is restrained. Restrained means stopped. When discrimination is stopped or restrained, are the girls kept at home? No. So what we can use here? Rampant. Rampant is nothing but adjective. What do you mean by rampant? Severe. Anything that is very high. Discrimination is so much in the society. That is why girl children are kept at home. Move to 37. Psychologists try to dash the deepest mysteries of the human psyche. Psychologists try to is followed by here V1, estimated, searching, penetrated, measuring. What is the fifth one? What is it? That's it. What is that word there? Plumb, right? Yeah. Plumb is nothing but test. That is V1. Now V2, V3, V4, V2, V3, V4. It is V1. Now tell me your answer. Psychologists try to dash the deepest mysteries of human psyche. Can you tell me the answer? They try to test. They try to measure. Measure ane meaning kuda teesukochu. Plumb is measure. Move to 38. The girls have dashed tennis at the club since 2005. Tell me your answer. Have is followed by here V3. Trapped, betrayed, played. Tennis. What is your answer? Played. Very simple. Next. Move to 41. Words which can replace the bold phrase that is given. Look at this one. Throw away price. You often hear this word during special occasions, like during the festivals and all. The shopping malls give these titles. You can purchase everything at a throwaway price. What do you mean throwaway price? Very less price, cheap price. That is called as throwaway price. Okay, you have to replace that. Rigid, stiff, official, very low, bottomed up. What is your answer? Very low. Move to 42. Opposite word for monopoly. Opposite is needed. Consortium, possessorship, syndicate, sharing, deficiency. Deficiency, you know, right? What is deficiency? Deficient is lack of something, right? Yeah. Syndicate. What is syndicate? You have syndicate bank. Is it there now? Yes, okay. I don't often see it. Okay. Syndicate in the sense group. Have you watched a Pushpa movie? In Pushpa movie, after killing his son-in-law, there was a meeting. And in the meeting, he mentions syndicate. Okay, syndicate is nothing but they are all group, association of something. Possessorship is nothing but ownership. Consortium is nothing but just like syndicate, group of something. Now, monopoly is nothing but single rule. Now, we have to go for the opposite of that. So, opposite can be used as what here? Consortium is group rule. Syndicate is group rule. Sharing is division rule. What we can use here? We can go with the sharing. Consortium is one only. Syndicate is only one. It is not division. So again, these two become as synonym. So antonym comes with the 4. Next, move to 47. Connect the sentences. Designing reforms is most important. Leaders initiating reforms must win elections. Reforms in the sense new schemes. Implementing new schemes is important. Leaders, those who implement new schemes, they win elections. That is the meaning. Although, because, though, even, so. Are we referring to any negative cases here? Positive, negative cases? Eliminate though and although. Because, even, and so. So speaks about the results. Even can be used also with again positive, negative, eliminate that. Because. Because shows the reason. Tell me your answer. Designing reforms is most important because leaders initiating reforms must win elections. రీఫార్మ్స్ చేయడం అనేది ఇక్కడ చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్, ఎందుకంటే ఎవరైతే రీఫార్మ్స్ చేస్తారో వాళ్ళే ఎలక్షన్ విన్ అవుతారు. లేదా సో లీడర్స్ ఇనిషియేటింగ్ రీఫార్మ్స్, విచ్ వన్ ఈస్ కరెక్ట్? వాట్ వీ కెన్ యూజ్ హియర్? ఓన్లీ బికాస్. సో ఈస్ నాట్ సెన్సిబుల్. Move to 48. The fact that such a grouping existence is an accomplishment in itself, there is no better time to invigorate it than now. Tell me your answer. The fact that such a grouping existence is an accomplishment, we are referring to a positive case. There is no better time to invigorate it now. No better time comes with the almost negative case, but not complete negative. Though the fact such, because, if, can we go for if condition? No, not possible. But or even. Now your answer must be only in this 4. Tell me your answer. The fact that such a grouping existence is an accomplishment in itself, though there is no better time to invigorate it now, because there is no better time, not possible. But there is no better time, even there is no better time. No. Your answer must be but or though. Tell me your answer. Tell me your answer. Can we go for the meaning of though or but? There is no better time to invigorate it now. Idi manchide, accomplishment manchide, kaani it is not a good time అని చెప్తున్నారు. So answer comes with a but. Next, move to 49. There were severe curbs to the right of citizens to gather, march and express their dissent. Dissent in the sense? Dissent. Dissent. There were severe curbs to the right of citizens to gather, march and express. Gather, march and also express their dissent. Dissent in the sense? Disagreement. When you don't agree with something, that is called as dissent. Now there were severe curbs. Curbs in the sense agitations to the rights of the citizens. All of them are fighting for the rights of the citizens. So they gathered, marched and also expressed their dissent. This is one meaning. Another sentence is, there have been vigorous protests across the board in Delhi, Assam, Telangana, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Now, though, see, we are referring to the 2 negative cases here. Though cannot be used, eliminate. Still, while, despite, none, we don't know. Now we have to finalize the answer with these 3. Now tell me your answer. While there were severe curbs to the right of the citizens to gather, march, express their dissent, there have been vigorous protests across the board. Okay, we are referring to the 2 separate incidents. Can be used with while. Okay, still there were severe curbs to the rights of the citizens gather, march, express their dissent. Still there have been vigorous protests. Can we go for that? Still is used to combine positive negatives. Absolutely, we cannot use second one. Despite is also used for positive, negative. So you can only go with the while case. Move to 50. Muzaffarpur, Bihar recorded an overall air quality index score of 418, indicating a moderate level of pollution. Moderate level. Panchakula in Haryana recorded a healthy. Here it is moderate, here it is healthy. We are referring to two different cities, where in one place it is moderate and another place it is healthy. So can we say this is negative and this is positive? Yes. In contrast to differing, contrary, although. Tell me your answer. All of them are used for positive, negatives only. You cannot eliminate any. All these four are positive, negatives. Now tell me your answer. We are speaking about one place air quality, another place air quality. What we can use? In contrast to Muzaffar, Bihar recorded differing, speaks about the difference, contrary, although. Which one is correct? Although Muzaffarpur, Bihar recorded an overall air quality index of so and so, Panchakula and Haryana recorded a healthy. If we go for that, we use absolutely positive, negative cases where somewhere is negative. These are all indexes, right? These are all indexes. We cannot use although in the indexes. Now, in contrast to or contrary, contrary and contrast both are same meaning. But remember, whenever you use contrary, on the contrary, 2 must be used. So eliminate 3 also. Now your answer is 5 or none. Tell me your answer. This place is recorded this much in contrast to this place. So answer comes with the only first one. Thank you.